Why, hello. It's been a long time since I posted a video. At least it feels like it. More on that later. Why I haven't been doing anything. Just been frustrated with some losses and stuff. But anyway, so this is for New York. Here you go. New York 9 is out. Now, District of Columbia and Pennsylvania have been added to it, but I'm looking at 9. That's what I'm focusing on. Here it is. So New York, the 9 is ready to hit. It is now out. Let's see. Sums. These are the sums that are due. Let's look at the general keys. You got 9. Look at that. Out 19 draws in the combined. All right. That's where it means something. If it's just evening or midday, it doesn't mean as much. But that means something. That shouldn't be out too much longer. Can't guarantee it's going to hit today, but there's a really good chance. I feel like it's going to probably hit today. There's some telltale signs, but first of all, I'm going to jump right over to yesterday. I had a bunch of stuff right, even for New York. I was looking at like the single box pattern, 5 hit. I could tell that was going to hit because if you look at this here, this is single box pair patterns. Okay, this is for 10 days out. If you go to most recent draw, you'll notice that, okay, this is single box pair pattern. I have 2 different things. Here it is, single box pattern. You'll see that these are the ones that are yellow that have not hit yet in the last 20 draws for combined. You'll notice that the 1 hit. You see that? That's what I suspected would do yesterday because it showed a 2, a 3, a 1, a 3, a 2, a 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. The 1 dominates at this time period. I knew a 1 was probably going to drop. It might have been another draw or 2, but it dropped yesterday. It was pattern 5. So pattern 5 came from the yellow, jumped up there. And remember, there's only 5 numbers in each one of these 5 box numbers. Okay. Now looking at today, I'm not so, I could say, yeah, 1 probably going to hit, but I don't like it because a 1 just hit. So I'm just showing this as an example that I knew that was going to hit yesterday, and it did. And then also you can see on here for the single, before I get to that, I want to show you this one here because this was actually I can just show it to you in the other one I have open. So you'll notice the high odd, that was the one I wanted to show you if I can find that one. So let's go to the high odd. You go to the SPPRS. You see how the high odd was used because there was a double. So you got to go back 2 draws. So there it is right there. That's what I seen. So I said that there's a good chance. I put on the Facebook, there's a good chance for the high odd to hit. And that's what hit. And remember, look what's in the high odd. That's it. Just those numbers right there. That's a small pool to play out of, right? And the winner was 273 or something like that. It came. I didn't even play it, but anyway, I'm just practicing online. I might not even play today for midday for New York, but I feel like there's a really good chance for 9, so I might play a little bit, a couple dollars on it. So now I don't think it's going to be a high odd today. It could be, but I'm not focusing on that because I like to I play the gaps. So what I'm doing right now is, let's just switch this back over to graph. So let's first start off over here. So you'll notice here at the midday, there's been 2 doubles. So there's a good chance for single today. So I'm not even going to focus on any doubles. And like the 9, I think the 9's going to hit. Let's see. The last numbers was 221, 335. So let me look at the combined. Oops, I went to New Mexico. Let me go to combine it. All right, 273. All right, 27 is a prefix pair. Now that could bring a double, but I don't think a double is going to hit. Could be wrong, but I don't think there's gonna be double. So where am I going to start off with? The 9. So, and you can see I already did this. I just want to show you. So I dropped it in here. I kind of set everything up for New York, so you don't have to sit there and watch me do all that. So what I got in here is I selected keys 9, and then I start off with 55 numbers boxed. But then what I did is I added this right here. Okay. And the reason why I added that, and that gives me only 7 numbers to start off with. Now that's probably kind of ridiculous, right? But I think a 9's going to hit. And that's what's nice about playing online, or, if your state's got a single digit out for that long in the general, because it really brings it down. Now, what I'm going to show you is the reason why I got that. down to that. Here, let me just change this quick. No, I'm going to change this one. So I'm not looking at single box pair pattern today. I'm going to look at the actual, I'm going to look at the 0 to 3 singles. This one right here, not 0 to 3 keys HML, but the 0 to 3 singles. And then we are going to keep it on 20 days numbers. We're going to do combined New York, and we're going to do that 20 days. And you're going to see here, these have not hit. These have not hit yet in 20 days. And look at this. You almost think I have it on descending. You almost think I have it on descending, but it's on no sort. And look at this. 2, 2, 2, 2. If anything, probably won't be a 2. You could probably just remove the ones. Just removing the ones alone is going to drop it way down. I mean, a lot. So, and each one of these patterns has 5 box numbers in it. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 patterns. And that's what I did is I looked at this and I said, I think today's going to be a 1 up here. Now, it might be a 3. Could be another 2, but I'm going to just say it's going to be a 1 because that's what I feel like it's going to be. I don't say I feel like, because I don't play like that. I like to look at the odds, and it looks, the 1 is definitely due. So I'm looking at one of these. Okay. So what I did is I just went to reduce numbers by options. Now you can do this when you're doing box. If you're doing straight, don't do that because you're going to end up removing numbers. And then I just went down here and I copied that. All right. And then I went over and I brought it in here and dropped it in here and I selected keys 9 and boom, 7 numbers for New York. That's what I'm looking at, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. Now, there's a lot I could say and a lot I want to get into, but I wanted to show you this. So this is a single box pair pattern. Everybody knows my stuff here. So you're looking at right here. These are the pairs. So pattern 1 through 15. Each one of them has 3 boxed pairs. Okay, you can play them by color if you want to. Now, if you go over to this page here, the SBP tracking, okay, this is going to give you the basic SBP, which yesterday, see the high odd right there? That high odd was due, and that's what hit. You see that high odd hits a lot. Okay, it hits very often and throughout all states. So if it's been out for a while, play out of that pool. You're going to get a win or a hit at least. Now, these 3 columns are AB, BC, and AC. These are the root sums of the actual pair pattern itself. So 1 through 15. Okay, that's what this is based off of. It's not based off of the draw. So now looking at this, you could break it down into position if you wanted to. But remember, when you do that, you have to have this in straight form because this is based off of, these are based off of the actual straight number, even though, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not doing that right now. See, because a lot of times I've been just learning how to do this myself. And a lot of times that will screw you. Like you'll come in here and be like, oh, high odd, high odd. I think it's not going to be a high odd today. And you know what? There's probably a good chance it probably won't be a high odd today. And you could go and just remove the high odd. Go to I like to go have a distribution chart open here and just make sure that you have it to the correct one. So you do AC, and then you can just go down here and collect the high odds and then just go and reduce. And when you collect them, you bring it over here and you do unselect numbers. Well, I don't have it boxed on that. This is just numbers, but I don't have it reduced. So I just do unselect numbers and drop it in here. I wouldn't do unselect AC because I don't need to, because that distribution chart already did that for me. Okay. So I'm just gonna show you. So like I'm not gonna do that though, because that can come back and bite you sometimes. But no, once you get down to a few box numbers and you start flipping them over, converting them, and you're trying to look for that straight, then I'll do that. Then I'll look at this stuff. But for now, I'm looking at just a general, like what's due. Maybe in a position, but right now it's just in general what is due. So you got in these columns right here. All right. And so when you go over here, you will notice that single box pair pattern. Okay. You can also do the actual root sum itself, like I was just talking about, trying to find out what's due. But instead of doing that right now we're just looking at the actual pair pattern itself. So what's due in general, not just by position, by AB or BC, in general. So I would say, look at this, 10 and 4, 4 and 10, both out, in the last 10 days have not hit. And you can go, let's go to 14 days. 10 is still out. Although 10 is outstanding. So 20 days, 10 is still out. So dang. So it's like, how much does 10 often hit, you know? So let's just go to like 3 years and see how often 10 hits. So 10 is 320. And if you want to, easier to see, you can just change this over to descending. So 10 is a bottom feeder. So, but you know, it's still not going to probably be out for too much longer. But I don't know if that's, if you want to put all your weight in that. Well, how much was the, because you can also look at the 4. What's the 4 out? 4 is up there. So maybe that 4. So I think that your best bet, if you're going to look at these, is to do 2 of them. Okay. So do reduced numbers by options because you're doing box. And then you're going to look at 2 of them. So I'm going to just go back down to, 10 days. So 10 and 4 both yellow. So this would be a good bet, maybe, I think. I mean, you could take a couple more if you wanted to that are highly due. And like a lot of times I keep the distance open because this shows you, let me show you per pattern. So 10, 4. I mean, just if you just jump around to different states, you'll notice that they don't stay out that long normally because these are just boxed pairs. I mean, you know, and for all 3 of them to stay out in that number is pretty rare to stay out too long. And look at, you know, 20 is the longest one out. Florida, let's see, 9 days is the longest one out. We're talking all of the pair patterns. You know, Arizona is a 1-state draw, but look at 17. You know, I mean, let's see, Colorado 16. So it's like, I mean, it's kind of a long time right now for New York. You know, let's do one more. Missouri 28, pattern 4. So let's go back to New York. I don't want to keep this video long. So I don't make this video long. It's 41. So yeah. So just say 10 and 4. Maybe throw in 8 if you wanted to. You can do it on this page too. Just drop this to reduce numbers by options and do 10, 4, and 8 if you wanted to. Let's just do all 3 of those, screw it, instead of just those top 2. So I just gonna copy those, bring those over to the slasher. Now I would remember these numbers because it's not like I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to narrow it down even more. So, but keeping those ones in mind. So I'm gonna do those 4. Didn't even do nothing. So let's remove that 8, pattern 8. What does that do? It takes off something. Now, what if we do just the top one? See, that top one that's due right now. It's 3. So that's why I got the top 3 highlighted. That's why my top 3. But that's what I'm looking at for Wisconsin. For New York today, I really like this one. And my first place would be 039, and my second place would be 079. And I like, now when you break it down position wise, I like 930. I had a dream last night. I'm not even kidding. It was 309. So, and I also had a dream of 090, but that was, I think, from Minnesota. I'm thinking too much on numbers on dreams now. So, but I like the 9 on the front because if you look at it, you got 9 is super due, but if you go to A, it's up there. I think that 9 is going to drop on the front. Go to the B position. You know, 90. I was thinking 903 or 930. Now, if you go to midday alone, look at it, see what's going on. I think that 903 would probably be a good option, or 9. Yeah, 903, or maybe that's not that 079. So, but I want to show you something here. So this is the only issue. So in the sing box pair pattern in the 1 to 10% report, you'll see New York for midday alone. There it is, 039. You're like, wow, look at that, it's gonna hit. The only issue is that when you go to the distance chart or chances chart or whatever you want to look at, go to single box pair pattern. Do no sort, do most recent draw by list. Okay, I'm gonna do graph so you can see it better. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it descending. So, okay, here is 11, pattern 11, out 42 draws. But when you go to midday alone, pattern 11 is out 181. It's a long time. That's a long time. And who knows? It could go another. I don't normally play that. You know what I'm saying? I don't normally play stuff out this long and be like, because it could be 195. It could be 207. It could be, who knows how many more draws this is going to go. But a lot of things, I like 039 for other reasons on there, but I don't know. So, okay. That's all I'm saying is, like, even though that 1% filter doesn't necessarily mean it's going to hit right now, but I did, and there's a couple other 9s in there too, maybe you want to look at right there. But I like, and then if you go to the inspection chart, you'll see here that it looks like, okay, a 6 or a 9. I'm thinking a 9, but then also it looks like a 0 or an 8's going to drop. So I'm thinking the 0. So that's what I'm thinking for New York today, right there. Now, there is a 9-8 right there if you wanted to pick that one. And I don't know what I just did. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? I think I moved this. I got to move this back up in there. So we're going to move this up into here. I do that sometimes. Or I just end up hitting the X button and deleting it. So that's what I'm thinking for today for New York. And, like I said, the 10 is due over here on these. You'll see if you go down, it's been very dormant, but, you'll see the 10 start dropping in here periodically. See that? But, I mean, it's definitely due. I think that 10's going to drop here soon. And then you can look at other stuff. I could say other stuff, but I want to keep this video shorter. I wanted to get into positioning stuff and all that fun stuff, but I don't want to keep this video much longer. I'm sorry. Keep saying that. What else I want to show you quick? The 1% filter. So you can do the 0 to 3. Let's see what that shows. So the 0 to 3 for New York. New York right here. There's that 039. See that? And see there, this again is telling me that pattern 1 of the 0 to 3s is at 1%. But when you go to the actual frequency thing, it was out 200. I'm not just going to tell you. It's been out 281 draws. So it's kind of like, that's a long time. So, I'm saying yes to the 039, but I like possibly a 079 too. But we'll see. Maybe the 9 won't even hit today. Maybe it'll hit in the evening. But this is what I got for the New York midday. And I'm liking the ones with the zeros. But either way, I like this. Now, I like one of these to hit. You can tell that one of these, a 0 is going to turn to a 1 for sure. And I want to make a video later on this 1% filter, 10% filter again, because there's some things I want to show you. If you look at the clean and dirty ones, you can see, look at this. There was nothing in here the other day. So Pennsylvania midday, good chance for a clean. This really, really breaks it down for you, so you don't have to jump around to all the states. And it's really good for positional stuff too. So just go to straight. I don't do numbers straight because they can last forever. I just do like positions. Sometimes the patterns, pairs, but for real, this right here. And then I don't do straight. I'm going to do like curve line. So look at this, New Jersey evening. Totally a curve is totally going to hit here. So, and that's, you can jump over here and you can go to New Jersey. If I can find it, evening. And then you're going to look at the curve line for position A. Look at that. Curve's going to be hitting for sure. And what is a curve? I have like everything wrote down on my sheet. So a curve is a 0, 3, 6, 8, or a 9. So 0, 3, 6, 8, or 9. And I would say the 8 because the 8's in the middle. The 8 jumps over to the front. Boom. So probably tonight, New Jersey, 8 in the front. Lots more I would like to say. I'd like to show you some lotto odds too that I'm looking at, but I don't have time. So this video is already too long. So that's what I'm thinking for today. And hopefully get a win in New York. If this doesn't hit, then I'm really going to be watching this, because this is going to one of these is going to hit real soon in New York, 100%. Like, it's guaranteed, written in stone. One of these numbers is going to drop in New York for sure. So that's all I'm going to say. So